Hey, welcome to another Underdrive with Nana Yayabua. It's a beautiful morning. With the cornfields on my left and my right, driving along this highway on the road to the region of Waterloo in Ontario. So today's topic, I'm going to talk about the habits we learn from our parents, some of the habits we learn from our parents, and how to break them. We learn both good habits and bad habits from our parents, and we got to know habits actually favor us or not. I know particularly from my mother, the habit I learned is that economics. She was a budgeter, if that's a word. She budgeted till thy kingdom come. Everything was budgeting. I learned to love reading from my mother. She read a lot, but during her time she read a lot of novels, and that is what I started with, reading a lot of novels. But as life goes on and I matured and my view about life changed, I still read a lot, but the things I read are based on, for instance, life improvement in my life, whether it's financial, how to attain financial freedom, how to be spiritually happy, how to let go of bad habits, which I do have, and this is one of them. Tim Hortons coffee. I tell myself, stop wasting money on coffee. Stop wasting money on coffee. I just spent $7 plus on this coffee and a wrap that I bought, which times 7 times is $70 plus. So I'm breaking my own rules about stop buying food outside, as my mom used to say, don't waste food, cook your own food. Stop wasting money buying food outside. I still need to work on that. The other habit that I learned from her is to keep your surroundings tidy, irrespective of whether you are rich or poor. A rich person can keep their home as dirty as possible if they don't know how to tidy up, and a poor person can tidy up and keep their sparse place so clean and neat. So it is a training, and for some of us who went to secondary school in Ghana, boarding school, you are taught to make your bed. Now this generation I don't know, but in our generation, you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is to straighten out your bed. So I attribute that to a successful day up till now. When I wake up and I straighten out my bed, that is one positive thing that I have done. When I can see that my bedroom is nice and tidy, I have an amazing, it feels wonderful when I dive back into the nice, clean, fresh bed. As I learned budgeting from my mother, I also learned the same sense of budgeting from my dad, who has a background in economics. I also learned some very bad skills, which is trying little businesses and failing. The reason why those fail is that the idea comes, you try it, but you don't follow through it, the difficulties of staying in power. So you try, it fails, you move on. And that is problematic. That is problematic is that what you learn, absolutely nothing. the ideas that come, and there's so many little businesses that my dad has done that has not gone through. I've realized I had a business registered as the Black Arts Gallery. I have what I'm doing right now, Filjo Multimedia, registered. This is about the only sustaining business that is going on, which is not bringing me money. So I need to figure it out. It's a passion, but how to translate the passion into financial success. I also love writing, so that is also part of what I learned from my dad. He's always journaling, and I have created a system that every day brings a new what is the word I'm looking for? Experience. Every day brings a new experience. And how do I put this experience together? So I have a book coming out, which is a collection of experiences from my days of visiting nursing. So I'm looking at the wisdom nuggets that I got from clients, from their various lifestyles that they lived, and what to do or not to do based on these habits and experiences that they've taught me. Because I believe every encounter is a learning experience. And my question has always been, if I meet somebody, if I meet you, what is your message for me? After the conversation, I gathered that message. Procrastination. The other thing that I learned not to learn is I need to unlearn is procrastination. I think I've talked about procrastination in a previous video. Procrastination is a dream killer. Fear also. And that is one thing that many of us immigrants have. A fear that if we don't work from 9 to 5, we will not amount to anything. We cannot survive, pay our mortgages, everything. So I still harbor that fear that I got a lot from both parents, that have a steady job and then you retire at the end. But then a steady job, especially in the field that I am in, it's difficult to become who you really see yourself as becoming in the future. I often, not only myself, but when I communicate with people, I'm always categorized in a spot that you are not supposed to be here. You belong to a different category, which I know. So what they are asking me to do is to figure out for myself, where do I belong, and how to create the space for that belonging. And whilst I'm creating the space for that belonging, helping people along. I love to communicate with people. I love to help with people. And that is in my nature. Even if I wasn't doing nursing, I think I would still help with people. And nursing is just a minuscule side of it, in that you do a one-on-one and you're able to touch people. But beyond that is the key. How to connect with a host of people, to give them the resources, the mental aptitude, the backing, the knowledge that they need to become successful in their lives. Oh, these runabouts remind me of being in Ghana and driving around some of the runabouts. And my first time driving around the runabout, after a long time, I went around and round because the traffic is crazy. I couldn't exit. And it was so funny that the police officer saw me. It's like, are you just going around the roundabout? And no, I want to exit, but I just couldn't figure out how to exit within the choking traffic around the Accra Mall. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. Yes, so I have the vision, reaching out to more people and expanding my network and my purpose in life. So I am learning to unlearn fear and procrastination and reach out. I do believe the help is always there. It is up to us to go look for it, search for it, and you get the no's, that's fine, but you also get the yeses. One of the things that I also learned is that when making decisions, not only to look at the positive aspects of the decisions, but also look at how these decisions, if it doesn't go right, what's the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen?